Hey, who are you?
Hi, I'm Sejun Chai.
Hi, I'm Matthew Forrest.
Hi, I'm Sean.
So I'm Sean Long.
Hi, I'm Ethan Dritz.
My task for this assignment was to revise the system requirements and some of the use cases.
Assignment 3, team leader, and I'm also working on the implementation of the database.
My task for this assignment was to do the 4+1, and then as a result of that, I kind of had to go back and change a lot of stuff because if you don't have good use case requirements and stuff, if your diagrams aren't very complete, going forward in your architecture design isn't really possible to do and well. So yeah, that was kind of my task for this assignment.
My task was to do task 6, and it was the testing part of it.
Okay.
So I installed whatever software we needed for this assignment.
My task for this assignment was the implementation of the web server and its interaction with the database and the front end. So that was a Angular front end with Spring as the back end.
I never fully run an entire database, so that actually helps. So do it from very beginning into implementing the whole thing. So yeah, learn a lot of database knowledge, and also the difference between different database management system.
Yeah, I think I have a much better idea of the difference between user requirements and system requirements, and what really goes into defining those, and the difference between functional and non-functional system requirements. And although we had talked about those, we've kind of revisited them recently, and it's a lot more clear now.
From this assignment, I've definitely learned a lot about using MS Video and use cases, and those are going to be on the screen right now. And made a use case diagram that I'm pretty solid and happy with, and that I feel I did a good job about. And I think that's honestly really helpful, and I've been converting that into the class diagram and everything too. And then 4+1 and model versus model versus controller, MVC, yeah, model view controller is makes a lot more sense to me now. So I think those are all a lot of really useful things.
I learned that just because you know a language doesn't mean that you can just hop right into a framework and use it. There's almost a language within the language to learn there.
To do the best of my abilities to complete the assignment, even if we haven't gone over it. So just use your resources.
Well, I mean, database is very important. I mean, I can definitely work on that and maybe learn more and apply that in the future.
I've learned a lot of workplace usable skills in terms of not only for just I don't know, just have better context on how to structure a project and work with people. And yeah, I also feel a lot of this stuff is going to be collection interviews, so that's going to be nice as well.
I think that in the future it's going to be a lot easier for me to do requirements engineering and get to the point quicker.
Well, Spring has apparently a pretty big use as a Java framework. It has a lot of different plugins and tools, not just MVC, but it has things for security. It has things for just top to bottom, the entire stack. So it should be useful there.
Both the best and worst, we have to actually redo all the use case and the user requirement. I mean, it's a hard thing, but it also helps a lot and makes us get more clear about what we're doing. And yeah.
The hardest thing that we've had to do for this task is to install the software and begin developing back-end and front ends, and it's very cumbersome to use the software if you're new to it.
Worst challenge or best experience, I guess, is just I was definitely really confused and frustrated when I was trying to hop straight into the 4+1, because we had to I had to go back and fix things and figuring out exactly what kind of built off of what, and where our documentation was lacking, and that was just stressful. But I learned a lot from it, so it was also a really positive experience.
It's hard to document and test things, but I'm trying.
The most challenging experience definitely was learning how to get around the framework. Not just Spring, but also Angular. They have their own rules and like requirements, and it's been a while, especially with the front end, the JavaScript side, since I've actually made anything.